Today, luxury sector in real estate is picking up pace with a growing aspirational class. To talk more on the real estate sector, we are joined by Jimmy Mistry, who's the chairman and MD of Della Group. Thank you for joining us on Business Today. Jimmy, I want to start by asking you that, what are the biggest trends in the luxury real estate space, and what sort of growth do you see in the coming time?
Firstly, the pleasure is mine. The trends for 2025 in real estate is out and out branded residences and luxury residences. The entire real estate industry is moving towards luxury because they've realized that there's a huge vacuum and a huge demand in this segment. There was a time everybody was running for middle income and lower income. The trends and tables have turned post-COVID. There's a huge aspirational luxury segment within the country, and each city has their own segmented points. Developers that used to think that, I'll do a 1-bedroom apartment, more numbers, and 2-bedroom, lesser numbers, and very limited 3 bedrooms. They've fallen flat on their face. Things have been completely different. All 3 bedrooms have been sold off. All 2 bedrooms have been sold off. 1 bedroom, nobody wants it. Right. So tables have really turned across in the country, and this is only the beginning. I always believe there's a huge potential in India which is untapped. It's a mindset problem, and the sooner people understand, if it is not a mindset problem, how do you justify Hyderabad top real estate being at 15,000 bucks a square feet? According to me, it should be 40,000 bucks a square feet, because there is no product available. So naturally, a developer who's selling a product at 15,000, he's taking out the cost of land, cost of development, cost of money, cost of construction. What remains for luxury is a very meager, small margin, right? He definitely cannot deliver an Oberoi 360 in 15,000 bucks a square feet. If you have to deliver an Oberoi 360, you need to also put in that kind of construction, that kind of quality, that kind of design, that kind of concept, that kind of materials, that kind of sizing, scale, everything, right? If a product is not available in the city, even a person who can afford to buy a 50,000 square feet product in Hyderabad doesn't buy because there's nothing available, right? All it requires is a mindset change and a developer to deliver. I keep telling developers, some don't have the belly, some don't have the fire in the belly, some are in a comfort zone. There are few like me who are willing to go all out in their conviction. So I believe if I can create a product, even outskirts of the city of Hyderabad, I'd still want it to be at about 20,000 bucks a square feet, 25,000 bucks a square feet, because I'll deliver that much of value. It's not a brand. The days have gone when you just have brand value, right? You need to deliver with the brand. And that's the game changer. So according to me, potential in India is fantastic, and it's a mindset problem for developers. There is no dirt shortage of buyers. All you need to do is really create value and deliver the product.
Could you tell us more on your mega plans for Pune, as you were talking about, and also about the collaboration with Crisila and Hiranandani?
So it's been a fantastic collaboration that we have kind of forged with them. Like I said earlier, Niranjan Hiranandani is somebody I look up to as a friend, philosopher, guide, mentor, and a pioneer in so many things in real estate in India. And if I get to collaborate with him and work, I feel tension-free, stress-free. It's like somebody back there who's watching out for me. I think you can't get a collaborator more better than that. Crisala has got its own local strengths in Pune, and there are 3 young brothers. It's fantastic because you need working hands. You need people who you can do the day-to-day work with. Whilst you conceptualize and design, you also need execution. So I think the whole collaborative effort is going to come out. I have been of a collaborative mindset as a human. So it's also a mindset issue. If you're I, me, myself, then you're not going to be able to collaborate with others. But if you're a person who's willing to kind of respect others and believe that even the weakest link has got strengths. So every collaboration has got lots of strengths. How can you put those strengths to your use? And how can you work towards bridging the gap on those weaknesses? Right? And there's so much to be done. There's an abundant mindset you need to come up with. And that's when collaboration works and works beautifully. I am looking forward to this collaboration. There's a lot of learning that's going to be happening here, but we are very agile and we are quick to kind of pivot and move and get things done. We have a clear concept, clear idea, proven track record. I'm not somebody who's going to think, design, wait, run through. I know in my gut what works, what doesn't. It's worked for me for all these years, and hopefully it's going to work even through this year. So Della Townships has been launched today, and with Della Townships, Pune Racecourse is the first project. We are already closing the 5 townships right now, starting from Goa to Indore, Nagpur, Mulshi is there. There is Alibag, there is Pauna. So each of these places, we want to wrap up in 2025 at least 10 townships where Dela does CDDMO model and puts the 3,000 rooms of resort into operation in 26, the soonest possible. The adventure parks, the wedding destinations, the MICE venues, the gastronomic delights. So there is a lot that's happening, but these are exciting times. And in India, you can't go wrong. There is so much of pent-up demand, and there are very few players who can deliver what we are talking about. We also come with a huge amount of expertise and having a proven track record on creating concepts. We brought military tourism to India, and luxury military theme resort doesn't exist in the world. We're the first ones. 3 years in a row, we've been voted by TripAdvisor as top 1% in the world in our military theme resort. Adventure was a concept that we brought. So there are so many things we've innovated and done, and they've all worked well. Right now, I'm soon to be launching the world's first collaborative design platform with 23 of the top global architects and designers, as we being an extension of their office in India. And it is these people whom I also plan to use for designing of each of these townships. It's going to be fun. Again, it's a collaborative effort. Collaborating and working with the top design architect in the world or architects in the world. There's so much of learning, so much of fun. Again, they come with their core competencies. They've handled luxury in New York. They've handled luxury. Somebody's done Jay-Z's Club. Somebody's done W at Washington, D.C. Somebody's done Ritz-Carlton, Four Seasons. You're getting to work Lamborghini residences in Dubai. You're getting to work with all these people. There's so much of learning. So I'm like a sponge absorbing learning. And yet I'm never worried because I think we've got a lot of core competency to deliver and add value. So I think it's super exciting times.
What is that one thing which you feel, you've talked about international destinations that is lacking in India, or you feel the luxury can, reach at a certain place? Maybe one of those highlights you feel.
I think there's a lot that's still not there in India, and theme-based townships don't exist. My focus is only to create theme-based townships. I'm quite vocal about it. So anything that's iconic, thematic, I'm there. I'm all in. Anything that's mundane, mediocre, just replicating, tokoing something, selling something, it doesn't fascinate me. There might be money there. Of course, everything there is money, but I'm quite focused. Unless I don't create or deliver something iconic, I can't sleep at night. I need to deliver that. So it's not nothing to do with the buyer demanding it. It's nothing to do with the people demanding it. It's to do with me.
Okay.
I need to deliver something iconic. I fight with myself to deliver something that's outstanding. And I think that's the legacy I want to leave behind.
And that's also the key feature in Pune.
Yes. So if you look at the iconic tower design and you look at the overall township master planning and the way we are bringing in hospitality, so there is a lot of juice in design, and that's what keeps me ticking. For me, success is to be measured by these measuring tools. Of course, real estate sale has to happen. It has to make money. But believe you me, it's a byproduct. You don't run behind it. It happens by default. You focus on creating value for people. Because the minute you do that, there are enough and more to appreciate what you do and take it. That's what I've learned in my 29 years of career.
What sort of ROI can the investors expect, investing in the real estate?
It depends what is the cost of the land and what is the cost of capital. These are the two things they bring on the table. However, as Dela CDDMO, we can assure a minimum of 40% more value on sales compared to whatever is going on in the area where they're present. No matter who's the developer next door. It might be a brand, not brand. Whatever is the highest sale going on possible, Dela will bring a 40% premium to that sale. That's our confidence. We've proved it, and I don't think so. We kind of people should be able to question it. In each of these cities, we'll keep proving again and again and again. And again, the DNA of that proof is not arrogance or ego. The DNA of the proof is our ability to create that value. So if you put a villa plot on the periphery of a golf course, on the periphery of a race course, who wouldn't want to get up in the morning, open your window and have an 8-acre race course in front of you? Or who would not want to open up the doors and have a global wine foundation there? So it's all to do with what themes you're bringing, what concepts you're bringing, what value you're creating. There is no comparable product. There is no hospitality driven real estate, right? So when you bring in an operational hotel, naturally you'll demand a 40% premium. Why 40? You'll go to 100% premium, right? Let the markets decide that. Again, if I get 40%, I'm happy. I have no desire to kind of milk it more or something. However, yes, we are making money is a byproduct to every business. Your reputation also works with the value you create. So if you created that 40%, and after that everything else that comes is a windfall. You're thankful to God for it. But if you're able to get that 40% premium, I think you proved your point. And that's where I want to position myself as a man who can bring in value. No matter which town, give me the most ugliest of land sites. It doesn't matter because magic is inside it. Of course, if it's outside, it's Sone Pe Suhaga. It's great. If there's a water view, there's a mountain view, and there's a beautiful scenic view. Even if the things don't exist, you create magic inside. You should have the guts and the ability to be able to do that.
So according to you, which is the next big city where, you can see luxury booming? You've been in now Pune, now Mumbai, Lonavala. Which could be the next big place?
So I'm banging on Chennai. I think there's a huge potential there. I'm very excited with Chennai. I'm banging on Nagpur. I'm banging on Indore. These are the places where there is huge potential. Nothing like this exists. What we can do, we can create magic. And so there are these 25 cities we've identified in India. Might be it's Mohali, might be it's. So I'm really not too kind of acclimatizing myself to a particular city. I'm saying, give me a challenge, give me a land anywhere. As far as it's within 50-60 kilometer radius from the main city, I don't want to go into isolation anything more than, nobody wants to travel more than an hour and a half. So that's the kind of mindset. But locations really don't matter to me. Give me a Kanpur, give me a Vizag, give me a Hyderabad. I'm very excited with Hyderabad. Very, very, because I feel Hyderabad market is extremely undervalued and huge amount of supply, but it's all in that zone. So I'm excited to sign up developments across India. This year we've set the limit to 20,000 crores. We do these 10 townships. We stop, we take a stock of the situation, and we line up 15 more for the next year. So that's the kind of horizon.
Could you tell us more on the IPO plans? What's on the mind on that?
Like I said earlier, twice before, it's going to happen when it's going to happen. We are not running gung-ho on it. We've got thing going for us, and our focus is on CDDMO and creating value. Of course, it's going to add to our balance sheet, and of course, it's opportunity for us. But we're not running behind it in any which way, because there is no requirement that is so desperate. In CDDMO model, people are bringing in the land, people are doing investments. Yes, what excites us is how can we go ahead and tie up their investments and bring in equity, bring in debt for those projects so that we can deliver hospitality quicker, even if the velocity of sale doesn't happen. That's my hidden agenda. If I need to kind of bridge that gap. But beyond that, I think it's great times. Let's see, wait and watch what happens.
Also, lastly, something on sustainability, which you were also speaking about, that how do you plan to get that in real estate and what's your vision towards that?
I'm a big proponent of social sustainability, and being a designer, I'm a proponent of environmental sustainability. But for me, social and environment both play 50-50% role. Sustainability has to be in the DNA of your organization and into you as an individual. If you have empathy built inside, you can never cause harm to the environment. You can never cause harm to an animal. You can never cause harm to the plants around or Mother Earth over there, right? Because it's within you. You should weigh every decision of yours as management, as a designer, as an architect, as a builder, as a developer, on the ecological impact your decision is going to have. And it should be weighed on your conscience. You're not answerable to anybody. There might be compliances you're answerable, not answerable, but I think it should go on your conscience. So every decision that you take as management or as a developer, as a designer, should be weighed on your conscience of the ecological impact it's going to have. So for me, you're custodian of doing what you do. So if you think you're going to own a township or you're going to own a home or a car, you are in a la-la land, you are only a custodian. Who knows, tomorrow morning I pop it and it's gone. And somebody else is going to own it, right? But the time I was a custodian, did my decision making weigh on my conscience, or was I absolutely clear? I did good to the water, I did good to the environment, I did good to the animals around, I did good to the people. Local employment has been created, kids' education has been taken care of, their lives have been impacted. So for me, this is happiness. The balance sheet is a byproduct.
Thank you so much for this insights, Jimmy. Pleasure speaking with you. Thank you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe. If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.